Hi, so in this module, we will deep down into the teaching activities. A quick recap what we have learned so far. We have seen the difference between AI and Gen AI. We have seen how a good prompt looks like. We talked about RT-CFC formula, which stands for role, task, context, format and constraints. Then we have seen with examples that by changing the role or by changing the constraints or by changing any one variable, how the output will vary. Then we have done image generation activity so that we can learn how to think more specific while prompting. Now let's apply those skills in teaching activities. So AI for lesson planning and TLM, teaching learning materials. So the whole objective is to shift your goal from searching for resources to mentoring students. So if you are able to delegate your some repetitive task to AI, you will have more time to do other stuff like mentoring students and building relationships. And this will also help you in effective teaching. So AI can generate comprehensive lesson plans in seconds. You can create learning objectives. Or if you have learning objectives, you can create lesson plan accordingly. You can create other teaching learning materials which will aid you in your teaching. Let's see one by one. But what do you think what a good lesson plan must have? Pause for a second, think, and again come to the video. Now let's observe what a good lesson plan must have. So the first thing is hook. When we use Instagram or YouTube video, the opening few seconds is called as hook. So to grab the attention, we try to have a very strong hook. Similarly, we have to have a strong hook when it comes to teaching. Then your classroom activity must have some collaborative or individual activities. Your lesson plan must have a clear learning objectives. And obviously the content and other materials such as examples or analogies. You are going to give examples in the classrooms. And at the end of the class, you like to have one easy assessment so that you can check whether students have understood the concepts or not. So this is what a good lesson plan must have. So this is your first task. You have to write a prompt for a lesson to generate a lesson plan on this topic, greenhouse effect, 7th grade. What do you think? So now you might have written your own prompt. अब देखते हैं how a prompt should look like. Observe this prompt. Now let's have a look. I need your help as a 7th grade science expert. This is the role that you have defined. I am planning a 45-minute lesson plan. So you have given a time that your class is for 40 minutes or 30 minutes. On which topic? My students already know the basics of the atmosphere. This is context. So suppose if you have very tough topic and you are giving that my students have knowledge of this topic, this is the context. So it will generate some relatable content. But we usually find heat trapping mechanism a bit confusing. You are very clear that which topic is unclear to students. You want a structured lesson plan with 5-minute hook or a mystery to make them curious. This is your own innovation, that how you want the classroom to look like. You want a mysterious hook, you want a simple hook, whatever, you have to write it very precisely. Please include a 10 minutes activity. Again, it's not just an activity, you have to be very sure you want a small activity or a large activity that does not require expensive equipment. And to check their understanding at last, you want an exit ticket. And these are the constraints that make it age appropriate in a clear table so I can follow it easily during the class. Let's see this if we are going to run this on Gemini. So yesterday we have done on ChatGPT. Today let's try this activity on Gemini. Let's see the difference. If we are going to give this simple prompt like a lesson plan on a greenhouse effect, 7th grade, so this is what we have got. If you are giving this detailed prompt with each and everything that we require, let's see how the output will look like. This is a much better form where you will get a hook, the instructions, hands-on activity, discussion and wrap up. And if you want it, you can further ask and you will get a full explanation. Now, I'm going to provide you a reusable template that you will use to create your own lesson plan. So this is the template that you can use. Now take any topic of your subject that you are teaching and write a prompt to generate a lesson plan and submit it before moving to the next video. Let's have a look on this template. This simply says you are a subject teacher of this subject. Create a lesson plan for this much time duration of this topic and this grade. Create a hook. You want 3 learning points. You want 1 collaborative activity in the class and in a chronological table. In the learning objectives are this, and you want 3 exit question ticket. You can use this template or you can create your own and generate a good lesson plan of any topic that you are going to teach in further class. See you in the next video.